Hey guys, Paradox here, and you read the title right. I'm bringing Duel Network back for Season 2. So, I decided to take a break from quest logs for a little bit, but don't worry, I'm not ending it or whatever. I just figured I wanted to keep it fresh, and I know this isn't necessarily fresh, but whatever. So I decided once I run out of this, I wanted to start a little thing called random gaming, where instead of doing like a quest logs every week, I would do something random, like, you know, I got a Webkins for Christmas, maybe I'll start a Webkins, something like that, whatever, you know. So let's begin. I'm using my, as I called it, Twin Dragons deck. Oh, and before I forget, anyway, before I forget, most of these decks are for fun and not competitive, although some of them could be with a couple adjustments. So take that into mind. I know a couple more of my, what the heck, why is that thing so high level? That's weird. I know like more of my decks I did before were competitive than these ones will be. Most of these are for fun, some of them are complete flops that I just put together because I thought was an interesting theme. And for those ones, I want to challenge you guys to do better than me. So let's just have fun with this one, you know. So, God, how'd he get... Ooh, rank up Magic Barion's Force. Fun. Well, while this guy goes, why don't I just tell you guys about this deck. It's called Twin Dragons because it's a red and blue eyes deck. It's kind of interesting. I just thought it was a fun little idea. And I do have another deck similar to this one that I'll be showing you guys that's better. But, you know, I just thought, why not start with this? Let's set our sacks. Can't really summon anything. If this deck has one big gaping hole in it, it's that a lot of these summons are hard to pull off unless you've already summoned something. But, you know, stuff like that happens. Detach. There goes my sack. God. You just don't want to show mercy, do you? So, this is pretty cool. A couple minutes ago, before I started doing this recording, I figured, no wait, why don't I check my email first? And I got a message from this guy called Magma's Kingdom. And he wanted to do a team up with me. And I was like, oh, cool, let's do this. So I sent him a message, and we're gonna have to see what he says. Alright, gonna go with the Dark World Dealing. And perfect. We're actually gonna send the Light and Darkness Dragon to the grave. Now, he also counts as a dark. So, just banishing him should be enough to get out Dark Flare, I'm assuming. Alright. So, I'm gonna use his effect, yeah. So I'm gonna send my red eyes, and if I can find it, this white stone of legend, which gets me a blue eyes in my hand. Yeah, God spelling. To banish his gimmick puppet 15. Why didn't I banish this one? I'm so stupid. Whatever. It didn't really matter what I banished out of him. The point was that I needed to get a white stone of legend in the grave. So, next I'm going to banish white stone of legend to bring out darkness metal, and I'm going to use his effect to get out old reliable red eyes, and use him to attack his silent honor arc. Oh, dang. I'm so upset. And wait. Nope. That's the other one. Well, that makes me sad. So, we're gonna pretty much just try to use the effect of Dark Flare to get 3 blue eyes in our hand by sending our white stones of legends to the grave to summon him and then get out a shining. And here's the thing, we can summon him right away. We don't need him on the field as long as we have Red Eyes Darkness Metal. Oh, yeah! What did he... Okay, but I already used the effect. I don't think... I don't think that's how it works, bro. Whatever. So, I'm gonna use Dark Flare's effect. Send blue eyes in, along with a white stone. To get our 3rd blue eyes in hand. And I'm gonna get rid of that fiendish chain. I think this guy will work one too. Yeah, he's level 5. Just by putting him back in the hand. What was it? A limited removal. Hoo-hoo-hoo. Good thing. Spells and traps, bro. Now, I can't use metal again until my next turn. So, hopefully he won't bring anything out that can beat my darkness metal, because that would be bad. What's this guy do? That's not good, is it? Oh, he ended it, I guess. Well, oh, Dragon's Mirror. I gotta put these in the grave now, then. I mean, I should, because, you know. Anyway. I'm gonna bring out a blue eyes. Gonna have it attack that thing. Get rid of that. And then I'm gonna go into my main phase 2. Tribute it for Dark Flare Dragon. And I'm gonna use this effect to put one blue eyes in the grave, along with I can't use it. A white stone of legend to banish his silent honors arc. So on my next turn, all I have to do is use Dark Flare's effect on blue eyes, then I can Dragon's Mirror into blue eyes ultimate. So he's gonna junk puppet. What's he pulling out? 1000 attack isn't gonna do it. What's he got up his sleeve? I know what other card is in his hand, but I don't see why he would do that. Unless he's using the effect of... What the... Yep, okay. And what's he pulling out? Another giant grinder, probably. How good is giant grinder? Oh, good. It sucks as far as attack. Hopefully he won't realize he can destroy my darkness metal. Oh no, it's gimmick puppet of strings. I guess that's better. Oh, that's not good. Alright, I'm gonna have to pull some tricky maneuvers to... Yeah, this is gonna be hard to pull off. I don't know why he'd... Well, you know what? I suppose I could let him do it, because then I could banish it in order to summon something else, and then I could... Yeah, that'll work. Alright, what's his effect? Destroy all monsters with string counters. Yeah, I'm gonna have to pull off some magic here. I'm expecting an attack. You didn't... You... Oh, okay, there he goes. Alright, then I'm gonna... Man, this guy's got a good gimmick puppet deck. I have to give him that. I don't really like gimmick puppets, though. I just think they're stupid. Yeah, I could see that one coming. GG. Well, let's go into showing you how this deck would have worked if he didn't have such a well-balanced deck. So, each of the decks here have a theme. I decided I'd tell you what those all are. So, theme of this deck, yin and yang. I mean, you can kind of tell because I'm using a white, black, and black dragon, and then a light and darkness as a staple. I mean, you guys probably didn't know it was a staple, but it is. So, how you want to play this deck is, once you can get something summoned, be it the only things you can normal summon in this deck without having to tribute are White Stone of Legend and Red Eyes Beachick. But once you get one of those out, you're pretty much set, as you saw, because you can use the effects of monsters like, well, obviously, White Stone of Legend puts your blue eyes in your hand, which are important to get your ultimate, and then your shining. But what you want to do here is, you've got to, like, play it perfectly so that you get light and dark dragons in the graveyard to use the effects of White Dragon, Waver Burst, Light Pulsar Dragon, Black Dragon, Collapse Serpent, and Dark Flare. So that you can do a ton of crazy stuff. But let's go over the deck. So, as a staple, Light and Darkness, plus he can negate anything by chaining. White Stone of Legends searches your blue eyes. And there's a ton of combos I'll run through that you can use. 3 blue eyes for an ultimate for a shining. Then you've got Waver Burst and Light Pulsar, because I actually really like Light Pulsar and Waver Burst, because a really cool thing about Waver Burst is I like to think of these guys as the Zexal version of Blue Eyes and Red Eyes instead of like the Photon Dragon. But anyway, Waver Burst and Collapse Serpent search each other, so that's cool. And then they have some pretty decent effects. And then we've got on the black side, racist much, our 2 Red Eyes B-Chicks to search your 2 Red Eyes Black Dragons. To tribute for your darkness, Metal is obvious, he can bring anything you want back. Then, like I said, same thing with Collapse Serpent and Dark Flare. Actually, I put Dark Flare in for a more strategic reason than I did Collapse Serpent, Waver Burst, and Light Pulsar. See, Dark Flare, as you saw, I can tribute something from my hand and deck to banish something. Now the part I like about that is that I tribute, because usually tributing is a cost, but here it's an advantage, because I can immediately send a White Stone in to get a Blue Eyes, which is good. Now let's go over spells. We've got a Poly and a Dragon's Mirror. Now Poly, obviously, if you get them in your hand or on the field. Dragon's Mirror is if they're in the grave, because you banish all 3 of them to get him, so I think that's kind of cool. We've got a Dragonic Tactic to summon a Blue Eyes if we have 2 dragons on the field. We've got Wing Beat to just, get rid of things like Fiendish Chain. Now, Dragon Shield, I preferably play on either Darkness, Shining, or Metal Darkness. Dragon Shrine can put your White Stones and occasionally Blue Eyes in the grave. Foolish Burial, once again for your White Stones. And Dark World Dealing, once again for your White Stones. You've got Dragon's Rage for piercing, Dragon's Speed to negate traps. Now, Dragon Carnation. This is to get back 1 banished, so that you can essentially... Actually, I'm going to change something right now. I think I prefer to have 3 of these in here, considering the amount of banishing that I do with this deck, now that I've played with it a little bit. Anyway, so we've got 3 now, Dragon Carnations, in order to bring back your banished, which will happen because you got to banish for him, for these, and for these 4. Now, I just think that's cool, to be able to get your banished back. Then we've got 2 Magic Cylinders and 3 Sakuretsu. So, let's move to sides. I added some Malefic Dragons in here, and a Malefic World, just because, they're pretty strong monsters, and I figured they can do a little damage too, so why not? So, that explanation took up a huge chunk of time. Yep. I want to try something. I wonder if I type in recording, people will be less apt to quit and whine. I mean, I know that's the fun part now, but... Anyway. Ramble, that's me. I was kind of hoping that somebody would send me an email. It's in a couple of my quest log videos. But, good. That's cool. Ooh, nice hand. We got all these good traps. Like I said, we can't play anything to start with, so that's a problem. See, it worked! I feel like he's only being nice because I'm recording and he knows he's on the internet right now. So, rolling, rolling, rolling. This is a song about rolling. Silent Swordsman level 3, oh dear. I'm gonna activate Dragon Speed now. I kinda wanna wait until I get and see if I can pull a Red Eyes. Let's milk this a little bit. Okay. What do you mean, okay? Oh, this guy's unaffected by spells. You just seen the duel I deck tested with. I had so many of good combos going on, it was ridiculous. I mean, I felt like it was stacked. Aww. And whatever. And I'll just go straight into the banish. You know, I actually have a Dark Flare and, or not a Dark Flare, a Collapse Serpent and a Waver Burst in IRL, so that's kind of cool. Okay, he doesn't understand. Now, I understand that Darkness Metal is really good because it can revive dragons, but I feel like just regular Darkness is overlooked a lot. I mean, yeah, he's not as strong as his counterpart, even though they have, like, the exact same effect almost. Oh, there's a Waver Burst. Alright, well, let's do this. Well, I can't really use his effects. I don't have, like, anything in the grave to banish for either of these guys. So, we're just gonna have to hope we can draw something. I mean, I've got Red Eyes Black Chick, but unless I get, like, a White Stone of Legend or something I can actually play, then we're gonna have a couple problems. I mean, at least I got a good hand to start out with. That's good. And we're running out of time. So, I'm gonna have to... Oh, okay. Well, in that case... I guess I'll continue, but... I'm just gonna tell this guy after the next turn I'm leaving. I'll just, you know, use this as a little bit to... Oh, he offered to draw. Well, I'll accept. Sorry about that little... So, here's the part where I want to change things up a bit. I challenge you guys to make this deck better. Post a video, or leave it in a comment, or email me a screenshot or whatever, but I challenge you guys to make this deck better. And if you do, assuming you have a Duel Network account, if not, make one. If you don't like Yu-Gi-Oh! And you're just watching this because you watched my quest log videos, get into it. It's a fun game. I'm not going to force you, though. Anyway, if you can make this deck better, then I want to play against this deck on Duel Network. So, you know, it's kind of like a contest. Make this deck better, and I'll have a match with you. So, you tell me how that sounds. You know, just make the deck better. This film has been brought to you by Paradox Productions, and I'll see you guys next time. Or will I?